What's up, guys? It's Lincoln Surge and Blake here, and this is our political
campaign project.
So a political campaign gets a certain amount of money, and then they go through a judge called campaign insiders. They go through multiple judges, and those judges decide whether or not the campaign will be a success or failure, and they'll use that money to further to benefit their campaign. All right. So that includes like getting volunteers, running offices, advertising, everything from that.
The basic idea of a political campaign is for someone to take enough in so they can run for their people, telling them to go help fight, and while they give them money and other people give them money that they ask for, and they have a whole bunch of volunteers come in, do phone banking, races or help with races and speeches and all that. And they put mail, political campaigns in the mail, and they try to persuade them by just telling them that this so-and-so's really bad and vote for me.
In order for a political campaign to function correctly, they gain funds from corporations and businesses in order for the campaign, to gain traction, which allows the campaign more money to spend on advertising, which gains them more recognition. Getting in touch with these businesses also influences the candidate to help lean towards what the corporation wants from them, while also being able to help the people by using those funds once they're in office, and also to help out the surrounding community.
Campaigning is important for American democracy because it allows people to become educated on the matter, while all those advertising and adverts helps people look into like what these propositions mean, what they can do, and how they benefit the community. It also allows people to have a voice. Campaigning is important because it helps people understand what's going on, the issues, who's running, what those people believe in, their political views. It helps people, correlate or understand what they mean and see if it's in line with what those people believe.
How is campaigning important to the American democracy? It's very important because you get a whole bunch of people united together, either the Republican Party or the Democratic Party and any in between, and having them all come together and help for your decisions and your liking, and trying to make the world a better place for you and your party.
Political campaigns are important to the American democracy because, the advertising that comes with them helps people understand what the issues are behind, like, things such as like Prop 127 or 126. Without these political campaigns and advertising, people wouldn't know the meaning behind these numbers.
Elections are very important for American democracy because it allows people to have a voice, allows them to say their opinion. It allows them to, as stated previously in my previous response, it allows people to elect someone that has very similar views to them, which can align with what one state wants compared to another one. That's why we have representatives. That way, issues that are local issues become, told way up the road. It's told to like people who are higher up and have more power than our mayor or something. So elections are very important because it allows what you want to happen.
How are elections important in the American democracy? It's very important to vote because your vote matters, your vote counts, and you vote for what you want from either the Democratic side or the Republican side, like Martha McSally and Kirsten Sinema, and all that. And who would you like? Who do you agree more with? And that's your person.
Elections are important to the American democracy because it's pretty much the basis of democracy. It's the people's vote. People vote on representatives, who have like similar ideas and thoughts as them. It also allows the people to have a voice in the government, without them just kind of doing everything their own. So, yeah.
So for campaign strategies, it used to be, I represent this and you should vote for me because I will help fix this. nowadays, this is what I more commonly see is smear campaigns. So other candidates who are running for office or running for Senate will smear their competitors. They'll say bad things against another guy. Just look at Brill with Paul Gosar. It's just that's what I most commonly see because that's what the media digs up and that's what they love. That's what gets the most clicks. I don't like that, and I feel like we should go back to the other way of doing things. But that is one of the main strategies, and I guess it works.
Describe the candidate's platform and what strategies that are using in their campaign. They are using social media, like I see on Facebook, I see on Twitter, I see on Instagram, not really Snapchat, but I do see it a lot of places, and how they're using Martha McSally, Paul Gosar, and just a whole bunch of other politicians to get the point across to teenagers and elders and adults. Yeah.
Strategies that political campaigns use. There's a bunch of stuff that they do, from like advertising. They go on social media all the time. They talk down on other candidates so they get their votes to come in more. Other things that they do is they also try and talk to people in ways that they can relate to. So for veterans, as an example, they'd go up to them and be like, "Oh, you lost a leg in Vietnam. I praise you for that. Now vote for me." Things like that.
All right, what I did for the political campaign project was I phone banked for about 8 hours and about 2 hour segments, and I really got the experience of how angry people can get and how nice they can get. That's what I did, and it impacted the campaign a lot because I wasn't the only one doing it. But we send those polls because we have them take a survey and let them know who they're voting for, and we send those to the media so they can get a projection on who's going to win the race or the campaign, so they get a general idea on that. It also helps get our name out there, like any of the candidates. It allows people to become educated. It allows us to get a general idea as to who's going to win, as I said, and that's how I impacted.
So I impacted the campaign because I phone banked for McSally, and I explained to many people why they should vote for McSally. I asked them questions on the gubernatorial race and all about that, and a whole bunch of other things. Talk to people, and now I understand how annoying it is to actually call people. It's annoying on both sides, getting the call and sending the call, but it's still a job and you can still get paid for it, so that's nice.
Volunteering so far hasn't really been challenging. I tried 5 minutes of phone banking. It wasn't very fun, so I didn't do it. So now I'm just gonna do the polls instead. Yeah, Blake won't shut up.
All right, what I did for the political campaign project was I phone banked for about 8 hours and about 2 hour segments, and I really got the experience of how angry people can get and how nice they can get. That's what I did, and it impacted the campaign a lot because I wasn't the only one doing it. But we send those polls because we have them take a survey and let them know who they're voting for, and we send those to the media so they can get a projection on who's going to win the race or the campaign, so they get a general idea on that. It also helps get our name out there, like any of the candidates. It allows people to become educated. It allows us to get a general idea as to who's going to win, as I said, and that's how I impacted.
So I impacted the campaign because I phone banked for McSally, and I explained to many people why they should vote for McSally. I asked them questions on the gubernatorial race and all about that, and a whole bunch of other things. Talk to people, and now I understand how annoying it is to actually call people. It's annoying on both sides, getting the call and sending the call, but it's still a job and you can still get paid for it, so that's nice.
Volunteering so far hasn't really been challenging. I tried 5 minutes of phone banking. It wasn't very fun, so I didn't do it. So now I'm just gonna do the polls instead. Yeah, Blake won't shut up.
One of the most challenging aspects of volunteering was most definitely meeting those people because a lot of them were angry for the wrong issues. They were angry at me for calling them because I did phone banking. Well, it was randomly generated, and those people would yell at me and curse me out for nothing. I would do nothing except for ask them a simple question. That was the biggest hardship that I faced.
Yes.
All right, what was my takeaway from this project? My takeaway was meeting Steven and how nice he was. I ran into him at McDonald's where I work, and we kind of had a little chat. Then the people that were nice and talked to me through the phone, from phone banking, that was really cool. And just taking everything like as a joke. Yeah.
Main takeaways from this whole, project that we did over like 3 months, 2 months, whatever. Really nothing. It's just kind of annoying. I didn't like this project. I mean, I guess it's good to participate in what we live through on a daily basis. Did I make a difference? No, not really. But will I make a difference? No, not really. So, thanks.